The Great Arrival. To the wonderful people who serve the madaris of the Ahlul Bayt around the world. The sound of excitement filled the air. It was time to welcome the parents of Seekers Madrasah to a very special event called the Great Arrival. For this day, the students had prepared a beautiful gallery of artwork. Each piece they had created was related to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam's birth. Auntie Ghazala rushed from room to room to check that all the artwork was up and placed correctly. She took a deep breath, closed her eyes, and made dua. Then she walked gracefully to open the gates. Hani and Hanan started their walk through the gallery. The first artwork they saw was a 3D model. "Someone has worked really hard to put this together," said Hanan. "It was class 4, said Hani. "I saw them working on it in a group." 570 AD. This is the year that Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam was born. It is called Am al-Fil, the year of the elephant, because an amazing event took place in it. Not long before the birth of Rasulullah, Abraha of Yemen wished to destroy the Kabah. He came with an army of elephants to do this, but whilst he was hatching this plan, Allah was planning too. Allah sent many little birds with tiny pebbles in their beaks. They dropped these pebbles that fell like rain on Abraha and his army. The army was destroyed and the Kaaba was saved. In the arms of Lady Amina, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam is born. Recite salawat, it's the best day ever. Date: 17th Rabi al-Awwal, 570 AD. Place: Mecca. Day: Friday. Mother: Amina bint Wahab. Father: Abdullah ibn Abdul Muttalib. "This is finger painting, I love it," said Hani. "You made this one, didn't you?" Hanan smiled shyly and said, "Look how lovingly Lady Amina is holding Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the greatest man to have ever been born. I wish I could go back in time to see this for real." "Me too," said Hani. "Why wasn't I born a few hundred years ago to be with Rasulullah? I would have been his biggest helper." "What is this?" asked Hani. "It's a write-up about the artwork. We have to read this before looking at the rest of the displays," explained Hanan. The merciful and magnificent birth. There were Anbiya before Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam who showed people the right way, but the people soon forgot and left the path of truth. They needed a reminder. Allah sent Rasulullah, the best and last of his Anbiya, to save them. Rasulullah would be the one to give them good news of mercy and forgiveness from Allah. He would be the one to hold their hands and take them back to the path of goodness. It is no wonder that he is known as Rahmatul lil Alameen, a mercy for the world. Rasulullah's birth was no ordinary event. On earth, some very strange things happened. It seemed that Allah was giving the people a hint to start looking for his special messenger. In the heavens, there were two very different reactions. Take a walk through this section to find out more. A smashing entrance. When Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam was born, all the idols around the Kaaba fell flat on their faces. Rasulullah had arrived with the message of truth. There is no God but Allah. "Whoa, that's one big mess," exclaimed Hani. "It sure is," nodded Hanan. "I bet the idol worshippers were reminded of Nabi Ibrahim when this happened." "Yes, they must have been," agreed Hani. "Except this time, it wasn't a person who made it happen. Do you suppose it was the angels?" "My class made this one," said Hani, all excited. Farewell to the fire. There was a very old fire temple in Persia, where people worshipped a fire that had been burning for 1,000 years. On the day that Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam was born, this great big fire was mysteriously extinguished. This alarmed the fire worshippers a great deal. But the people of knowledge knew whose birth had caused this. Let the haters hate. When Shaitan found out about the birth of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he let out a terrified shriek. He knew that Rasulullah would soon change all the evil he had spread in the world into goodness. His falsehood and hatred had no chance of winning against truth and love. He was also told that from this day on, he was not allowed to hear the discussions that took place in the heavens. This made him very angry. Looking at the next painting, Hanan burst into laughter, and so did all the others standing around it. Hani was well pleased. Ha ha ha! Shaitan sure looks unhappy, laughed Hanan. You did a good job of painting this, Hani. Salawat of celebration. The biggest celebration of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam's birth took place in Jannah. The angels were bursting with joy. They were delighted that human beings had received the greatest gift from Allah since the beginning of creation. The sound of salawat echoed through the 7 heavens. Now that's a birthday party I would love to attend, exclaimed Hani. One day we will, said Hanan with a big dreamy smile on her face. And on that day, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam will be there himself. The last exhibit was a banner embroidered with an ayah of the Holy Quran. The senior girls had made it with a lot of love and care. جاء الحق وزهق الباطل إن الباطل كان زهوقا. The truth has come, and falsehood has vanished. Indeed, falsehood is bound to vanish. Alhamdulillah, how blessed we are to have Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam as our guide, said Hanan out loud. There were a group of parents and students standing near Hanan who heard her say this, and they all started to congratulate each other for being the followers of Rasulullah. Smiles and hugs went around the room. Auntie Mahjabin, the head teacher of Seekers Madrasah, wrapped up the morning with a talk. The truth always wins over falsehood. This is Allah's promise, she said. This morning, I heard some of you wondering why you did not live during Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam's time. Well, that's because you are meant to be here during Imam al-Mahdi alayhi salam's time. Both their missions are exactly the same. Imam al-Mahdi is also a mercy for the world, and he too will remove falsehood and hatred from the earth and fill it up with truth and love. But he is waiting, because he cannot do it alone. He needs lots of help from all the truthful people who come together to make a change. Are you one of them? Are you a part of Imam al-Mahdi alayhi salam's mission?